Welcome back to the TriFecta Airsoft podcast. I'm your host, E-Rock. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so you never miss another podcast. Also, do me a favor. Go on to whatever podcast app you listen to us on and give us a rating and review. That really helps us rank in the searches. Thank you so much. Let's get into the podcast.
How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Welcome.
I'm mad I missed you, though, at SS.
Dude, I can't believe I missed you guys.
We came out Friday. You came out that Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Wanted to go with that, too, but just had some plans and everything. Matter of fact, I think we had plans to go to our home field power out for Saturday, too.
Okay. Yeah, man, I was like, I knew you guys were going. In fact, I brought a box of stuff that I was going to pass out.
You had said that last time, yeah.
So yeah, this we wanted to come out Friday, but we couldn't. I worked, and then it's not that far of a drive, 2 hours, but they were starting. We wouldn't have got there till like closer to 9 o'clock, and it would have been
right,
almost over. So yeah, man. Oh, it's good. It's good to have you on here, man. I've heard some good things about you.
I see, I'm so surprised that, I really am surprised. I've been telling you, I was like, I really wasn't expecting it so soon. Cause I really just started playing airsoft probably about like 6 months ago, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So all this is still new to me.
Oh shit!
I still got that new mentality. You know how you get so eager, you want to buy everything, you want to go every weekend.
Yeah.
I still got that in me. I feel like I'm gonna have that forever, though.
Oh, it will be, right? It takes a while because if you don't have, 10 grand to put into fucking gear and guns, like right up front, dude, it's going to take a minute, because you find out new shit that's coming out and you're like, and then you meet all these new people. You're like, oh, what gun is that? Oh yeah, it's this high kappa and it's all custom painted. And then they got all this fucking like upgraded shit in there. And you're like, oh, I want all that. Oh, it's only like $1,000.
You get what I'm saying?
Shit, dude. Hell yeah. I still do it. I'm like, I see all this stuff that, when I talk to all these people on here and they show off their gear, and I'm going, what is that? Where did you have it? Oh, Monk Customs painted this, or Rogue Customs painted this. And then I got this thing and I did this upgrade in here. I'm like, good Lord. I look up some of these parts they're talking about. I'm like, holy shit. Yeah, dude. So yeah, that's cool. You're still fairly new. I met you through Taco, who I just did the podcast with, a week or 2 weeks ago or something.
That's the creator of GGC right there.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to that man, though, for real, because he the one that really got me into this thing. I remember the first time he told me, it was probably like sometime in 2021, like December, around that time. And he was like, man, come out with me. And I was like, what is airsoft? No. I'm like, nah. But the next time, I probably say around like April of 2022, he was like, come out with me. I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and go out with him and see what's going on. And I go out there, it's just like, I just fell in love from day one. And you just don't know, day one, after that day, I came back home and probably bought like $700 worth of gear and guns.
Dude.
That same day. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. It took over your life.
Yeah, yes, it did. Like, it really did. So, speaking on that, like when I had bought my M4, I had bought a Valken Kilo. Hold on. Somebody calling me. Hold on one second.
Shit. Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, but I had bought a Valken Kilo 45.
Yep.
And the thing is, that gun is not made to be tampered with and changing gears and changing motors and getting a 11.1 lipo. And so I did all that. I'm on YouTube every night looking at everything I need to know about airsoft. What kind of upgrades can I get? This and the third. So that M4 is down right now. My Valken M4 is down right now because I had shredded my gears by getting a high torque motor, 11.1 lipo, and over time it just I was like, oh man, but that was crazy.
Oh, that's funny. So how was explain your first night you finally go out with him to to play or whatever. What was so what did you bring with you and what how was that first
Hey,
time playing? Did you guys play at SS?
now we played at Power Ups.
Power ups.
He brought me to Power Ups,
Okay.
and when I got there, I tell you, I was in some, I'll probably say, some green sweats and like I think like a black hoodie or something like that. But I'm looking at everybody else fitted. They got their combat suits. They got their nice guns. Boom, boom. I got the rental. I see Taco over here with his guns. He got two pistols. This, that, the third. I'm like, dang man, like you should have told me something. I would have bought something.
It's
But
like it's like when somebody invites you out to a party and you show up in the dressed wrong and shit and without alcohol and you're like, what the fuck, dude? Why don't you tell me?
so I get out there, like I said, I want a lime green pants. I'm probably one of the biggest bands out there. You know what I'm saying? This is power out from so you're not gonna see no bright people as of like SS or GE when you go indoors for competition and stuff like that. Um, so I get out there. I'm about one of the biggest targets out there. I'm getting hit left and right in my legs and my arms. So after that, I think I had bought some face protection because when you go to Power Ops, they give you a mask, a full paintball mask, but it really wasn't working for me. It kept fogging up and stuff like that. So I
Hmm.
went ahead and full face mask and oh god, I was real quick. Came back out in the field and it was just like, yeah, I fell in love once in there. Like I said, day one I was just buying stuff up, ready, still am buying stuff.
So when you were at your game, how did you do in the game? Did you get some kills?
Uh, and nah, I didn't get no kills the first time. I remember I didn't get no kills because I didn't know the map. I didn't
Right.
know how it looked. So it was my first time going out there. I didn't know which way to go. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting
Yeah.
hit left and right, like I said. But other than that, I'll probably say my next time I did go out there, really every time I get better and better, better and better every time I go out there.
So the
So my
first time you go, you're like, okay, I'm out. You go back, and then you come back in. You're like, I'm out. I go back. I go back in.
out,
Fucking hit
out,
again, and
go back again,
but it
out.
didn't stop you. So you didn't
No,
get
it did not.
discouraged. You were like, okay, I'm gonna learn this shit. You learn the map. You learn where everybody's coming from, just like in a video game. And
Mm-hmm.
you see the tracers going. You're like, okay, motherfucker, I got you now.
Yes, sir.
Hell
Yes,
yeah,
sir. But,
that's a cool way to
let me,
start, man.
yeah, it was awesome though. Like, and I thank that man almost every day for just bringing me to this sport because I didn't even know it was a real sport. But it's an actual sport that gets you healthy. Because all the moving, all the running you doing,
Yeah,
it gets your eye hand coordination right. It gets like a
right.
lot of stuff, mentality, a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and then the teamwork too. Like once you guys, you've been, part of the team or whatever for a few months, and then it's a way different feel when you go out there now because you're not the rental by yourself. You're
Mm-hmm.
like you have some experience. Even if it's a new field, you still have the
Yeah, you
play
still have your
experience, right? And you got your
right.
teammates.
Got your teammates right there next to you. So we're trying to travel more too. We're trying to go more places. As he told you, we is going to a Milson event, North Carolina or South Carolina. I forgot which one it was. But
Yeah, yeah, here in
I
South
wanna
Carolina.
yeah, I wanna help him. He was kind of wrong on the dates. It's November 13th. No, November 11th through the 13th.
Okay,
Operation Iron Dagger. You heard of it?
Iron Dagger. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
my
when we
boys
going
went
to
to it a
Operation.
few years ago.
The
Hmm.
first one, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We're going to the second one, and
nice.
hopefully we can. I got some. I got probably like at least about like another $800 on Amazon ready for everything for that Nielsen event. I'm
It's
trying to like
crazy.
this time. I really want to go out. Like I know. what I need to know. This is gonna be my first Milson event,
Yeah.
so I know what I need to know from playing that power rounds and playing that
Right.
SS and stuff like that. So now I feel like even though this is my first event, I'm still gonna be experienced and you know.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
So I
it's
feel like
yeah, you can take what you've learned for sure. You know, it's more outside, you know, woodland kind of, you know, in the woods kind of play or whatever, and a lot of indoors as well in buildings or whatever, but you know, bigger area. But you have different rules too, you know, like
right,
you know, you're not like in speed QB, like indoor stuff, or the close, you know, the smaller maps, you get you get shot, you're out. Like that's it, you're dead. And you got it, you know, but you don't have a very far walk back to your spawn, and then you go back in or
right,
whatever. But Mill Sims, it's a really far walk back to spawn, but you don't have, you're not dead when you get shot. So it is, you get shot, you go down, and a lot of these Mill Sims, they actually encourage like acting, right? Like
right.
pretend you got shot. Like you got hit in the arm, you're like, ah, you know, and,
Medic, medic.
medic, you know, yeah. So, so you can get revived and that kind of shit. So, and they, you know, there'll be guys that drag you over into like cover and stuff, you know,
Right,
drag you across the field. So, you don't have to run back to spawn all the time, or as many times, I guess. So you have a little bit of chance to you know stay on the field more. So it kind of adds to the experience, you know. It's but if you know when you do have to walk back to spawn, it's a trek, bro. It's like most of these guys I you know I talked with, and of course my sons that go play, they're and I see all their videos. They're walking a while to get back to spawn, and then you
oh,
know, yeah. So it'll be cool, man. But it's a big commitment going to a mill sim. You
it
got
is.
all that, like you said, fucking $800 of gear, and then the tickets to go
The ticket.
play.
That's what I'm saying.
They're no
I ain't even
fucking
count the
joke,
tickets
bro.
in there. Like I ain't even count the tickets.
They're no joke.
It
Uh huh.
ain't. So it is a dedication. And I feel like I don't know, my heart is more towards the Milson side of airsoft.
Okay.
So that's why I'm the one pushing so hard about everybody going in.
Oh, good.
Cause
Yeah,
I
he
don't
said
know.
that on the podcast. He was like, Swervo, man, he's like on our ass about this, you know,
Right,
Milsim
I'm
thing.
telling you, like I can't be no harder right now because like I need them to go. I wish we could have the full 5 people, but right now we're gonna
Yeah.
have 3. I'm hoping that stuff changed by then and we can have the full 5, but
Hmm.
I'm cool with 3. I'm cool with 2. Hey, listen, I'll go by myself.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what's cool about these Milsims too, man. So they're I haven't looked at the rules on the Iron Dagger one, but I'm guessing from the previous ones, the you know it's going to be green versus tan kind of setup or
Hmm.
whatever.
Right.
So whatever team you're on, that's going to be you know there's going to be a lot of people there, hundreds of people at this game. So you can hook up with people before then, like your team, even you know
Hmm.
just you and Taco and who you know the third person or whatever that's going. You guys don't have to just stay in your 3 man group. You can hook up with
Oh yeah.
teams like. Have you seen the podcast I did with the? If you haven't seen it, go check it out. The Tryhards. They're down in Florida. They travel all over, man. I'm not sure if they're
Okay. I'm
going to
gonna look
that
them
one,
up.
but you can find guys like that. These teams that run,
Yeah.
they're like fucking 30 people strong, and
Uh-huh.
going to these mill sims. So
That's what I'm saying.
and
That's
they're
how I want to
always
get
looking
one day.
for you know younger teams, like smaller teams, like hey, you can run with us, man. If you know here's we got a plan to take over this objective. So it really
Right.
helps. You know, you
Right.
don't feel left out. Kind of like three guys against 300. You know.
That would be nice though. Give me the competition, I'd do it. But nah,
Yeah,
I
man.
did. I have been contacting people from Facebook and Facebook Messenger about the Operation Iron Dagger, and they telling me once you get your ticket, we'll add you to the group. Boom, 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 and we'll discuss, bring it all together.
Yeah.
So I have been communicating everything about the Iron Dagger with some people that's going.
Okay. Well, that's good, man. Yeah, that's a good thing to get involved in. There's so many people uh with these, well, even with Speed QB, man, there's like tons of fields popping up and events and teams, and then Milsim is just fucking huge. The
Hmm.
Stonebreaker we went to a few months ago, there's 700 people there. It is that's a lot.
That is a lot. Like
Yeah.
700 people, and they split that between two. So
Yeah.
it's wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So, it's a big area. So it doesn't really feel like, 300 and some people against, 'cause you're not really, because there's other objectives spread out throughout the AO. So you're not really clumped all together in one spot. But
Right, right.
and then they got the guys in the helicopters and shit. So they'll have the helicopter flying around with
And
the,
that's what I seen. Like, so
oh,
it's like
dude.
it's gonna be serious. Like hella like
Uh-huh.
when I seen that, like then the tickets for that is a lot though too. Just to
Right.
ride in the helicopter. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
okay, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get the uh I'm gonna try to get the bare minimum.
Yeah. I hear you. Now,
I'm sorry, man.
did you grow up in the area you're at now? Are you around Atlanta by
Yes,
Taco?
I have.
Okay.
I have. I'm from Pennsylvania,
Oh shit.
but I moved down here when I was about 2 or 3 years old. My mom and everything. So basically, I'm from Atlanta. I say.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't remember, like when you're that young, if you don't remember living in that state, you're from where you're at now. That's, yeah, you grew up there for sure. Hell yeah.
uh, and I love this city, man. This city, and I ain't even like. And it's crazy how like I've been staying here so long, and I never ran into a airsoft field. And when Taco was talking about the battlefield, that's literally like 10, 15 minutes away from where we both stay at. So it's like, why haven't I never went to Battlefield before? And I was just so mad how like when I found out my Battlefield was already gone, and I was just man. So now we gotta make a little hour drive. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Just
cool.
work.
And
Just
how did you guys meet? How did you meet Taco?
um, Taco went to school with my sister. Yeah, I think they about like 5, 6 years older than me. Yeah, I'm 25.
Okay.
I really don't know his Taco's age. I know he's up there between like 29, 30, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I met him through my sister and everything, so I really knew him since I was little. He seen me grow up since I was little, so it's like we always been cool and everything. And then I guess this airsoft really just brought us together.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, he was when on the podcast he was talking about you like, yeah, you got to talk to Swervo, man. He's pushing for this mil sim, and he's the one that is like on my ass about doing this and
Like,
that.
like I'm literally probably gonna buy a whole new primary and secondary. Like, I'm trying to go for this Cybergun Colt sports line. It's an AEG, but it's a micro switch with a mouse setting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
11-1 ready. So I don't got nothing to that gun when it comes. Just do the exterior and go out there to the Milson.
Yep.
In my secondary, my pistol, I'm trying to run a six Sawyer. I
Oh
think it was
yeah,
the,
those
the
are nice.
P320.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to run that. Trying to get a tan one for the fit to go with the loadout just to complete
Yeah.
everything.
Are you
Right
guys running
now,
tan for the mil
yeah,
sim?
we run it
Okay.
tan. You know,
Yeah.
got to represent for the West Coast, yes sir.
I'm telling you now. Yeah, these guys, my boys and their friend, that when they go to the mil sims, they always go tan, and they have all
Right?
their tan shit, whatever, and they,
And
that's all they're
that's
rocking.
what I'm saying. So like the thing is, um, GGC is Gorilla Gun Club, so we go off the Gorilla colors, black, silver, and white. So
Mm-hmm.
our main color is like black and silver for real. So all our loadouts is all black. Vest black, shoes black, pants black. So it's like I
Yeah.
gotta buy a whole new outfit of everything because I want the whole tan fit. I want a new vest, new everything. Like
Yeah.
so when that comes, I will definitely be doing a video on that on YouTube, like you said. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'll tell you, get all your new shit, whenever you can, before that, and start wearing it. Like on the weekends or at nights, whenever
Right.
you have time, put all your shit on, especially if you're getting boots, okay? New boots.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, do not save the new boots for for that mil sim. Your
I might
feet
just
will
wear.
fucking hate you. I'm telling you, bro.
I might
Break
just
that
wear
shit
them
in.
boots to work.
Exactly. Hell yeah.
Thank
Yeah, I
you.
heard about all these guys. They do, they just start kind of like you, and they go, and they just get introduced to airsoft, and they go, holy shit! Like they never even really thought about airsoft, until somebody gets them into it, and then they go, uh, it's this big. Like there's so much to do in it. You could do the
Like,
speed stuff. You
so
could do
much.
the mil sim, and the mil sim stuff. Like speed QB, you can just go in your regular clothes. Like you don't have to
Mm-hmm.
buy new boots or whatever. And so you could just run out there in tennis shoes. Be kind of comfortable.
You're right.
Um, but a mil sim, you got all this new gear. Like they start buying all this new stuff, and then they don't actually wear it. Like they might put it on. They'll be excited about it. They'll put it on, get it all set up. Like, oh, my straps are good, and this and that, whatever. But they don't, and then that's it. They don't actually
Mm-hmm.
wear it around for hours before they go to
Yeah.
the field. Like, put some shit. If you're gonna wear a pack or a plate carrier or something like that, put all your shit in. Get it totally full of everything you're gonna be on the field with. Get fully dressed,
Fully.
helmet, whatever, and then run around somewhere. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jump up and down or whatever. Like, make sure your helmet is, your straps are secured good so it doesn't droop down and hit the top of your goggles and knock them out of place, like shit like
Right.
that. Guys don't think about it until they get on the field. They're like, oh shit, I put this on and set it up. Yeah, but you weren't running, like jog
Mm-hmm.
around with, 30 pounds on your back or, on your chest or whatever.
That's
Like,
some advice. But yeah, like I said, I probably would have been that one just to throw everything on, make sure it fits right then and there, but not run nowhere and just try it on, take it off. Cause yeah, I probably would have kept throwing it on because when I first got my vest, I threw it on and then took it off and went to the field and threw it on, and it just looked it new. You know what I'm saying? I want that wrinkly look to look
uh-huh.
like you're official, like you didn't just buy this loadout yesterday.
Exactly. Yeah, that's something nobody likes to look like the new guy on the field. Okay. No matter what it is you're doing. You don't want to show up and be like, all this new stuff that doesn't fit right and like
Right?
it doesn't have any dirt on it and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I that's the biggest I guess tip I could give somebody that's going, to their first mil sim that has to buy new gear. Definitely put that stuff on and wear it uh, multiple times in different situations. Just you're gonna look crazy, okay? You're gonna look like
Mm-hmm.
really crazy, like run around wherever you're at, outside somewhere, or in your house, or in like just put it on and go somewhere where you can run around with it, and then squat down and everything. Just do it like a practice wherever you're gonna
Right.
go to SS or Power Ops, with fully geared, and just be like,
Right.
hey, this is what I'm playing like today, because you'll get in those positions, you'll squat down, you'll kneel down, you'll crawl over here, whatever. Like you're like, oh
You're
shit,
right.
I gotta move this strap, or I can't put these magazines right in front because I can't lay down. They're like digging in my chest or my stomach or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do all
Okay.
that shit, bro. But yeah, the boots, if you don't do anything else, I'm telling you, you will thank me later. Break your boots in.
Yes, I definitely will. I
Hell
definitely
yeah.
will.
So what kind of work do you do?
I work for GXO Logistics. Yeah, we're supply chain for thousands of companies.
Oh, okay.
Uh, Tesla, Sony, Microsoft.
Oh shit, okay.
But my district is JLG. We move forklift parts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's like we can build probably a whole forklift inside that warehouse with
Oh yeah.
But
So
it's
you do
nice though.
so it's a big area. So if you wear so you can wear boots. So yeah, you could definitely have time if you get, new boots or whatever to like wear them at
Right?
work. You get a lot of walking in.
Because I
Uh
do a lot of standing at work. I drive the reach truck, so I do a
oh,
lot of
okay.
standing at work.
Yep. I used to drive one of those. Yeah.
Okay,
I had
okay.
yeah, I drove forklifts and all kind of shit, and then we had one where I was picking, pallets off real narrow aisles,
Are
and
you
so we had this thing called a Raymond
right?
that would, it was a forklift, but it was like a side driving one for driving down aisles. So it wasn't like a regular. It didn't look like a regular looking forklift. It was real tall and narrow, and it
Mm,
would drive sideways. So you're facing this way, but it actually drove back and forth this way. Uh,
that is great. Okay, okay. So I
yeah.
thought you was talking about the cherry picker or the order picker.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, but nah, that's something totally different right there. You said drive
Yeah.
like
It
this,
was.
but you're going this way. Like
it was hard to get used to at first,
I
but yeah,
could
and you
tell.
stood up.
Yeah,
You would stand up in it, so it was just a standing thing, and you'd go down the aisles, and it had forks, so you'd go up, and it went up really high. This thing had, the boom on it, whatever. It was like super high, and like three tiers, and you would pull the pallets off the shelf, bring them down, and then you could, because it would go places and down these aisles where a regular size forklift wouldn't go, that kind of
right.
shit.
Or can't
Yeah,
turn like I could turn.
yeah, yeah. This had a 90-degree turn, like when you spun the wheel, like well, you know how forklifts are anyway. But the
Mm-hmm.
way the forks were, this thing was so narrow. The forks, when it came back, they retracted back, so you wouldn't hit anything. It was like really narrow. So, but
The port just didn't stick out. It was more
right.
like inside of it with it.
Yep.
Okay,
Exactly.
okay.
Yeah. So you could turn around real sharp corners and, get around areas, but it was really, really hard to get used to, especially when you're going fast and you start turning that. But yeah, I worked in warehouse and factories for 25 years, driving
hmm
forklifts and working on machines and shit like that.
Yeah, I've been in the warehouse industry ever since I probably like my first job
Mm.
was a warehouse job. And ever since then, I just been in the warehouse. I feel like those pay the most money right now instead of a restaurant job or something like that. So yeah,
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that was when I first got out of the military. My first job, I was just talking to somebody a couple days ago, and they said they got out of the military, and they were in for a long time, and they said, "Man, I was in charge of all this, expensive equipment, and a whole team of guys, and this and that, whatever." And then I get out of the military, and he went into IT, so he works in IT, and he goes, and now I find myself under the desk of somebody that works there, like working on the back of their computer, and they're bitching at me to hurry up.
I got
And he's like, bro, I was like, how did I end up here under the desk of somebody working on shit where they're bitching at me to fix their computer when I was doing all this stuff in the military, and I said, man, don't feel bad. My first job after the military, we were in California. I was stationed in Pendleton. My first job was in a movie theater as an usher. So I'm literally sweeping up popcorn and
right.
fucking, listen, bro, you find some crazy shit in movie theaters, okay? Like dirty baby diapers, that's a fairly normal thing. Used condoms,
That's
okay? We're
fairly
sweet.
normal.
Telling you, somebody took a shit on the floor, like literally
What?
an adult, a grown adult. It wasn't a small one, okay? A big shit on the floor in the theater. So you clean up all kind of shit, and then of course people are bitching at you about whatever, and I'm
hmm
going, what the bro? Like this is a month after I'm out of the military. I'm going, what
So I
in the
know you like
hell?
I'm finna just like uh.
But yeah, I moved back. We moved back to where I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and I got a factory job and worked factory jobs, most of the time since. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. I guess I can show you what I'm running.
Yeah, show me your shit.
Let's see, man. Right here, I got my ARP9.
Oh, that's nice.
I got a few upgrades to it. The internal, like the what have I did to it? Really, just the hop up bucket and barrel.
Yeah,
The hop up bucket and barrel was all new. Got this flashlight. Uh, that's really it, though.
yeah.
Let me see. For that, I want the CNC hop up for this Galaxy, We Galaxy.
Oh,
Let me check
nice,
out the
dude.
holster.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah, see,
like it
that's like,
though.
yeah, that's really good.
And then the holster. I'm sorry.
No, go
You
ahead.
know, I just love this holster
Yeah,
because it's like universal. It
yep,
goes to almost any gun because this rail right here just
right.
go on your rail. And I
Yep,
just love this holster because it's just so easy to take out. It locks in. You can hear it click.
yep.
It's just lovely.
Yeah, my son has one of those. Those are nice, dude, because you don't have to like, because they have those holsters that are like special made or formed for the, if you have a bunch of attachments on your pistol, and it's a full regular size, regular holster. But those ones like that, the external, where you don't have to put them inside something, you
Uh,
know, those ones are nice that you have. Yeah, I like those too.
yeah, I found that on Amazon. It's about like 35, 40 bucks.
Yeah,
I was kind of skeptical because I didn't. The pictures were showing like some weird pictures. Like it really wasn't showing how it worked. So I was kind of skeptical because it said you can run a flashlight and everything. Like you can put the flashlight, if you can see, it comes with another rail system to put a flashlight on.
yep.
So it comes with another rail system to put a flashlight on, so you can run a flashlight, you can run a red dot. I love this holster.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
Hell
like I
yeah.
said,
Well, yeah, I mean, those are good guns. That ARP9, that you know, I like how the end of your barrel sticks out because we have one, um, and a lot of them are a little bit shorter, where the barrel stops, like the outer barrel stops right at the end of the
hmm
handguard, and
hmm
but yeah, that one looks badass.
yeah,
Did you
I
take the
had,
orange tip off and put a new one on, or did it come like that?
I had put an orange tip. I mean, I had took the orange tip off and put a little flash hider on there for right now.
Yeah, I like that one though.
But when I had bought when I had bought the inner barrel, I had bought it kind of too long,
Oh,
so
okay.
I had to get a barrel extension and
Mm,
then run the tracer and everything. When I did have a tracer for it,
yeah,
so but then like you said, I didn't know how it was gonna look, but then I did that and it would just look perfect.
I
I
love
bought
it.
this flashlight for my pistol,
Yeah.
but the day at SS, my holster was my holster wasn't acting right, so I really couldn't use my pistol like that for real. So
Oh,
I just I put the flashlight on the ARP9, and I was like, matter of fact, I like it like that though.
yeah.
So I decided to keep it on here.
Yeah, it looks cool, man. Yeah, I love how the barrel sticks out there because here, I'll show you ours. This one, I
Okay,
mean, it looks cool. We got attachments on it and stuff, but the uh, the end of the barrel, like I said,
right.
is
Let me see.
stopped
Right,
right there, right?
cause
See how short it
uh huh,
is?
uh
Okay, and the barrel's here, and the flashlight sticks out, but the way your barrel comes out to like here,
right.
it looks.
It
I
just
like the way
yeah,
yours
it
looks
makes
better. I like it. I
uh
like that better because this is nice for the quick moves around the corners and shit. But
I just
the
feel
way
like
your
that.
barrel looks badass.
Yeah, I just feel like that rail system is just a little too short. Like
It
the
is.
ARP9, I think what they call it, the 2.0, the ARP9 2.0. You heard of that
Yeah,
one
I
yet?
think so.
Yeah, that one coming like I think like a 7 or 8 inch rail, so that rail is a little longer,
Yeah,
and that's what I do like about it. But that's not really I want to get a new rail system for it. I seen a G and G rail system. I want to get. a 7 or 8 inch rail system, so it can be long. But this record just too short in my hands. I can't really grip it.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. They're really short. They're like this one. We even actually put the extension on the back
Mm-hmm.
to fit the battery in,
Right.
and it's still like to hold it. Like when you're if you're not small, man, this thing is
Right.
it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to like,
So
and
like
it's not like you
yeah,
have to like put it in your shoulder because
yeah.
it's a small thing. You can just kind of wield it around. But if you didn't have to have the battery back here, or if could be more compact or whatever, you really wouldn't need this stock on here because you could just wheel it around like just with
Like
this
a pistol.
this setup here. Yeah, like a little pistol, exactly. But yeah, these are cool guns, man. They're nice.
But yeah, I like yours though. I like that setup on it.
Yeah, it's cool. My son got that. Most of our guns we actually got in mystery boxes,
Yeah,
and
I seen
and then
that one reel you did with all the, or I think it was when you posted with all the guns on the couch. I was
oh, you saw that?
like, lovely. That's how I'm trying to be one day. When I get my house and when I get my mortgage and everything started going, make sure I get me a whole downstairs from
Yeah.
the man cave to have my wall, my gun wall. I just want a big gun wall with. I can see
Uh,
it. It's gonna come.
dude.
It's coming.
Oh, good, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you want that. It is 100% worth having. I'm gonna tell you, man. It feels really good. I don't know what it is. It's just the guy thing, I guess. But the guns on the walls, man. If you have one room dedicated for guns on the walls, it makes it look fucking cool as
You
shit.
get what I'm
Just
saying?
um,
Badass.
you got just
From
guns
everything, from
everywhere.
shotguns to snipers to
Yeah.
from my.
And then my pistol is actually over here.
Oh, that is nice.
That's a 40 cal. It's special Cerakote or hydro dipped, and
Oh,
that's a Smith and Wesson 40. I got to get the trigger done on it, man, because
and that's real
it's
steel, right?
yeah, that's real
Or
steel.
right? Okay,
Well, actually, half those guns on that wall that I just showed you, those are half of those are
real
real
steel.
steel. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but this 40, I love the feel of it in your hand, but that trigger is total fucking shit, bro. It's
Mm.
shit. It
I
is.
think I
It's
was
so
watching a
hard to
video
pull.
about that too. This dude, he was kind of skeptical of carrying a MP for his carry on just because of the trigger. But he
Yeah,
had got a new trigger for it and everything. He loved it ever since then. So yeah, I see what you
yeah.
mean.
Once I get the trigger done on that, it'll be great. And I have an old
Mhm.
revolver, uh, like a service issue revolver from 1955. It's Smith and Wesson 1955 six shooter. It's fucking cool, man.
And
And there's
what?
something about yeah, dude. There's something about revolvers. I mean, because they're so
That is gotta be
simple.
right there.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, right now I'm running for me a Glock 17 Gen
Oh,
5 with
nice.
the Mark setup. So I got the no. Hold on one second. Light done died on me.
Yeah, I did.
Oh man, no. There we go.
There you
Right.
go.
So I'm running the Glock 17 Gen 5 with the MOS slot. Man. It come with a red dot. Hold on, let's see if I can find it for you. Well, nah, the light too bright.
Yeah,
But
it
yeah,
looks
I got
awesome.
the flip up red dot sight on it, so
Oh shit, it
I
flips up.
love it. Yeah, like,
Oh, that's cool, dude. Okay. Dude, that's a nice gun. Yeah.
and I
That's
love
the
it though,
shit to
cause
have, man. Nowadays, that's the shit to have, bro. The
mm-hmm.
Glocks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I wanna. And it's like airsoft then brought me to a lot because it's like now I question like, is that a real gun or is that an airsoft gun? Like, because I didn't even know that you can do a lot to a actual Glock, a real Glock. You can put
Yeah.
a nice base plate on it, and that would add extra five bullets in your mag, or you can get new switch releases and slides. And I was like, Okay, okay. So that really helped
Yeah.
brighten my eyes up. So now I'm gonna really just deck out this that Glock 17, get a new slide for it. I seen this one compensator that you can put on your rail system, but but it's a compensator. But
Huh.
so you wouldn't need a threaded barrel to put it on.
What?
Yeah,
How does that work?
yeah.
I've never seen that.
Let me see.
That's crazy, bro.
It sticks on about like it sticks onto your rail right here,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
it steps out. So it's
Yeah.
about like this wide, and it's
Uh-huh.
like it's kind of about like this long. Cause it sits up under your rail system. You make sure it's tight and stuff like that. But yeah,
And
that
it
was
just
nice
goes
though.
right over the front of your barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and it like where the slide comes up, basically.
Right.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's wild. Okay.
That was dope.
I'll have to
Yeah,
look into that. Yeah, that's a cool idea.
yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Now, did you grow up shooting guns like real steel, or you had experience before you got in airsoft?
Um, Not actual experience, but I made it to where like I go to a gun range myself.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up like my family and stuff like that. I took it on my own to go and stuff like that and prepare myself.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, when I got back from boot camp, uh I have two sisters, older and younger sister, and they're both like neither of them are into guns, and
Mm-hmm.
they were always afraid of guns. And when I got back from boot camp, I forced them to go to the shooting range with me. I was like, I don't care if you like guns or don't like guns. I just want to show you so that in case something happens,
Right,
you'll feel more comfortable, you'll be more prepared
right.
to grab
You'll be
something and use it to save your life or whatever. So, but they hated that I took them. So, but in the end,
but that's what I'm saying.
they were
In the
like,
long
wow. I
run,
mean, they didn't like guns anymore afterwards, but they were still like, well, thank you for taking me. That was a cool experience. And wow, they were like, holy shit. Okay, this is way different. I mean, we see it in the movies and TV shows,
you're
bro.
right.
You don't feel the concussion, you don't feel the blowback, you don't, the
You're right.
sound.
You're right.
It's totally
Cause
different.
that sound like, and then like you said,
Hmm.
they girls too. So it's like that sound was just that could scare them alone, and
Yeah.
just they shoot it one time and just drop the whole gun because they just didn't know.
Right. And that's the first thing, when too, hold this weapon like you mean it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you are, weak handing this thing where it's going to be all because you're nervous or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like you got to grip that thing like it's your life, okay? Do not let this thing, when you fire that first round, don't be all, like you're going to drop it and shit. So,
Right. Make sure them
uh,
lock.
yeah.
Just you
I'm
gotta
gonna tell
hold it
you what
like
I
a good.
did, man. My younger sister, uh, I was mean to her, bro. 'Cause I wanted to shoot as well, so we were in an indoor range, and so I gave her a 22, little 22 pistol to shoot, and then a 38. That 38 the revolver I was talking about, and those are real
Right.
easy to shoot. And she's like, "Oh, this is cool." So I brought my 12 gauge shotgun. Oh, dude. You already know. You already know. And
Hey,
I was like,
don't it's
and she's
funny.
like, oh, she had no fucking clue. And I'm like, so now she trusts me. She's like, okay, yeah, okay. And I'm like, yeah, hold it, and then just it'll be fine. It's okay. And boy, that first, oh, she shot it once it was like one of those videos you see, the memes and shit where the girl, it's like almost knocked her over. She
Uh-huh.
hated me after that, for
I
sure.
know she
She's like,
did.
my
I know
shoulder's,
she did.
wrecked. Mm.
I know her shoulder was red. She put on the shoulder too. I know she was comfortable. She was ready. She was.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing was, she's like, no, that's a big gun. I don't want to. And I said, no, just here. And I showed her. So I pull it in and no big deal. And, but I'm leaning in and
Yeah,
I'm
you
used to
already
shooting this and
know.
I'm like pushing force on my shoulders. So I'm like, so I barely move when it goes off. And she's like, oh, okay. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, just, and so I had her, she was safe. But it was, yeah, she hated me after that. Well,
Yeah.
that's good. You taught yourself, man. It's good to
Um,
know.
me and my girl, are going to the range soon though too, so I can get her to shoot her gun. I got her just a little skizzy for her purse and everything, and for
Oh,
like quick close quarter
right,
combat. So I know she's not gonna be trying to shoot somebody from a distance. She
right.
gonna need it to So I got that skizzy for her to close combat and stuff like that. So we need to go to the range, shoot that.
Hell yeah.
I need to go ahead and shoot this 17 because I just got this 17 probably about like last week.
Oh shit. Nice,
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, I mean it
yeah.
looks new. Yeah.
I gotta go ahead and wear that out real quick.
Those
But
things
yeah,
shoot so fucking good, bro. The Glocks.
yeah. My last Glock 23 Gen. I think I had a Gen 3 Glock 23
Yep.
40 caliber. Yep.
Look, man, when I was when Glocks first started coming out in America, they were the name. There was, of course, the 1911s, you know, the
Mhm.
45s, and then the Berettas. I think it's
Mhm.
the M92 or whatever, the Berettas, the 9 mils. Those were super popular for a long time.
Yeah, they
And
still popular for real. The
oh,
Berettas.
they really are. Yeah, and then so H&K in the mid 90s, late 90s, H&K was like a big brand that was coming up. Of course, Sig Sauer and but H&K was like they had a contract with the Navy for like the special forces units to do the Mark 23,
Mm.
which is a 45
Mhm.
caliber, and it's a bigger gun. It's really for a pistol, it's fucking huge. But the Navy SEALs used it for a while. I'm not sure if they still do. I don't think they do. But so H&K, they had this like reputation for
Oh.
testing their guns, like put them through a really rigorous test. So seawater, you know, the salt in the ocean like fucks up your guns and shit. Oh,
Right.
you good?
Nah, my daughter crying in the back. I was finna tell her to bring her here.
Oh, go. Yeah, you're good, man. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I can cut. You know, if you got to
Hey,
take it.
go ahead. Huh? Say it again.
Yeah, go ahead. We're recording. I can cut this out if you got to go take care of something or whatever.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Right?
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Say hey to the podcast, mama. Oh, it's okay. What happened? What you want?
She
Hmm?
is waked up.
No, she was laying down. She don't. I think she don't want to go to bed.
Oh yeah. Well, no little kids want to go to bed ever, man. It's hard when they're
Oh,
young.
ever since I got on, she was calling my name. I've been hearing. She's dad.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, man. Well, I don't know if you know, my wife and I, we've been together a long time. We have 5 kids,
Right.
and they were, you know, we had 5 and 7 years, so they were all young together and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, the baby stuff, and you know, we're 100% used to that for sure. And it is, you know, and it don't really change too much as far as how, you know, like we know that kids don't want to go to bed. Like even babies, like bro, they don't want to go to bed. They, you know, they're just like they just go until they pass out, you know?
There you go.
And then the parents are like, "Oh no, you got to be on a schedule. We got to put you. You have to go to bed at 8 o'clock." And they're like, "They don't know time. What? I'm not tired. I don't want to go to bed." Hell yeah,
Okay. She don't even want to get down right now.
that's all right. That's cool, man.
It's okay. You can stay.
Yeah, my daughter, my oldest daughter, she lives in Utah. We're in South Carolina. She lives in Utah. She was in the Air Force for 4 years. Met her husband in the Air Force, and he got a job out in Utah. So they've been out there for a couple years. Well, they have 2 kids, and she tries to get, and they're young. The kids are young, one baby and one 2-year-old, and they try to get them on a schedule with like sleeping
Mm-hmm.
and shit like that. And I'm like, Cassidy, good luck because it's so much work, like to
It
try to
is.
force them to, and I'm like, just wear them out. Get them, take them out, do this, play with them, wrestle around with them, or keep them active until they just pass out. It's like the best thing. It's harder on you, but when they're
In the
out, they're
long
out.
run, you can get some
Right.
sleep too.
I'm telling you, man, for real. Is that your
Yeah.
only child right now?
This is my first one. 2 years
Okay.
old. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 2 years old.
Yeah, dude. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you like being a dad?
Man, it probably changed my whole life around,
Did it
man.
really? Yeah.
Not a, can't even say three, a whole 180, like changed my whole life. Ever since I found out that day that she said she was pregnant, it's been going a whole 100% harder, 200% hard on everything I do. I remember I wasn't really stressing on getting a car. I ain't having a car. She was born 2 years ago, so I was 22. You know what I'm saying? I had my license, but I wasn't really worried at the bus. The bus was like, $5 to go anywhere you want there and back. So I'm like, guess the bus. But then she come along and I'm like, nah, she's not getting on the bus. I told her about me a car, got me a good job. Like it was over with. She really just changed my whole life. I stopped being in the
Yeah.
streets, just changed my whole life around.
No shit. Good for you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's so different, man, when you have 'cause when you're on your own, even if you have somebody else like, girlfriend or somebody else or whatever, you're like, this is you're still free, kind of like I'm taking care of me, you know.
Hmm.
Uh and then you have kids, well, you have your first and you're like, "Oh, wow. Okay." Like I'm really respond like babies
Yeah,
can't do
like
shit on their own, bro. Like you gotta take,
nothing.
it does. It's a whole different perspective on life and then responsibility or whatever. It's just and when you have that, like what you did, you didn't, it sounds like from what you're saying, you weren't, you didn't feel like, oh, I have to do this, or I'm obligated and I don't want to. It's like,
Hmm.
no, man, I want to make these changes because I
Hmm.
want her to, have a better life or
Yeah.
whatever,
Then what
and
I
that's
did, yes,
yeah, that's cool,
totally
dude.
get that. I totally get that. Like, yeah, like the stuff, like like she got so much stuff, and it's like now it's like I can relive my childhood kind of again, because I didn't have nothing, so it's like me being able to give her everything. It's like
Yeah.
getting me everything. Like I be getting some stuff that I like or that I think that she might like, but I wind up liking it because But I know I still like kidding, so
Exactly, man. Yeah, for real.
like
Yeah,
I just can't wait.
it's something cool. Yeah, for sure.
I just can't wait till she turned about 12, 13 years old. Said I'm gonna have a whole loadout ready. She's gonna be on the field with me probably. Like,
Oh, I know. I've told this story before when my oldest son, I was an old school paintballer. And so when my oldest son, who's actually uh, you know, on our YouTube channel, whatever, when when he was about 8 years old, he was like, "Oh, Dad, I want to go, play paintball." And I'm like, and the guys, I didn't just go to like a paintball field and start, playing like open play stuff or whatever with random people. It was, where there's a bunch of rules. We went
mm-hmm,
with a big group of guys from work that kind of grew over time, more and more
mm-hmm,
people. And it was all guys. We were just, and a lot of us were military veterans. We're just like, we're out there blowing off steam, man. We got kids.
right,
We've been married for a few years. We're like, and we worked a shit ton of overtime.
right,
So, which you probably know about working in a warehouse. They're always offering overtime and shit. You don't do a 9 to 5,
You don't.
so,
You
Monday through
do a
Friday.
9 to 5. Telling you, don't do a 9.
Exactly. So we're out there, man, like trying to get some shit out. So we don't care about how close we are. We're just fucking each other up,
That's what I'm
like
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I love. Like I
yeah.
love the no close quarter, whatever disengage, whatever it's called. Like that's how much
Yes.
I hate it. Like I hate that surrender word. I hate that. No. shoot me like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what is it? They have the surrender. They have bang bang. Where they come around the corner, like, bro, just fucking shoot, okay?
Get what I'm saying? Like just shoot me. Like that's what I saw at the waiver for.
No shit. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I think a big difference with uh, with a lot of the younger guys getting into into airsoft, the 15, 14, 15, 16, whatever, even in the early 20s, these guys getting in, if they don't grow up where kind of a harder life where they had to fight, like not fight for something in that sense. I'm talking like
hmm
literally be in fist fights. Okay.
hmm
These guys that have never been in fist fights, they get on the field and they get shot, and they're like, oh, you didn't follow the rules. You shot me too close. Uh, but I'm going to tell you, you're a different person when you grow up, getting the shit beat out of you, or, and then as a
You're
teenager,
right.
you learn how to defend yourself and you get in fights. Getting in fist fights, man, I'm not promoting it, but it is something. It's a rite of passage, and it's something that's
Yeah.
kind of important for
It
guys to
really
go
is
through
though.
to
It
grow
really
up and
is.
be kind of find out who you are as a man,
hmm
and that
It
transfers
really
over to
is.
the airsoft field.
hmm
So those guys that are like, oh, you didn't follow the rules, like, bro, what the fuck? You can really tell who's not been in a fist fight. And I'm
You
not
really
telling
can.
everybody out there that's going to hear this to go get in a fist fight, but you can do that with,
Just go
in a
to a boxing class. Just get that.
right.
Go just just get that feel of a hit.
Yep.
Saying so, cause yeah, it
You
really
you get
is
punched in the
important.
face the first time. It's just like the gun thing we were talking about, a while ago, where somebody goes to the shooting range where all they've seen is just on TV, and then they go, "Oh
hmm
wow," they feel the power when you get hit in the face the first time, like really punched in the face.
Right. Yeah.
You're like, "Oh shit, this shit's real." Okay, because you see it on TV, you see it in movies, whatever, and you don't really
hmm
you don't realize the kind of the intensity that goes on with a fight. You know what I mean?
Like
For real.
you really don't. Yeah, man. You really
But yeah,
don't.
that bang bang rule, I think is dumb as shit. Now the
I
mill
really.
sims that you guys are going to, those have them
They
because
do.
yeah, they have
Okay.
they have the MED, the minimum engagement distance, because
Mm,
on a mill sim, look at you.
I
But I'm
know,
gonna
right?
tell
I'm
you,
like,
bro. I'm gonna tell you.
it's okay.
Listen, you've got snipers, so you got different classes, just like you do in
hmm
Call of Duty or video games. So you have different classes you can sign up for, and riflemen, each class has their specification, like their your FPS rule or your joule limit or whatever.
Right. I was
So
looking.
the
Oh,
yeah, the
too.
DMRs and the snipers, they can have a higher joule limit because they're supposed to be shooting from longer range. So you don't want to, whatever the joules are, 2 joules or 500 FPS uh, at point blank. Okay,
That's what I'm saying. You're right.
that that will
Like,
fuck
I
you
get
up.
that part. I get that part too. Now I get that part. I thought that was. I hope that was just common sense. Like I hope somebody don't come up with like they just like nah.
For
Yeah.
real. Yeah, so they do have those because of that. Because they have different, they up the joule limit or the FPS limit for these different classes. But
So what about riflemen? Rifle distance or
most of the time,
that's what I'm going for.
yeah, you're a rifleman. Yeah, you're probably going to have a 20-foot med, which honestly, you're probably not going to. The mill sims, because of how they're set up, and the AOs are so big, and there's so many people there. There's I don't know how, very rare that you're going to be able to be that close with somebody
Right.
to like sneak
Um,
up on them or whatever. Like it doesn't usually work out that way. So
yeah, 'cause like you said, like you said earlier, like I don't think I have seen is YouTube videos of Milson events and stuff like that. Blah blah blah.
yeah,
So I really don't know yet. So thank you for telling me. Yeah, you're really not gonna be that close. And like you said, it's a lot of
Yeah.
walking and stuff like that too. So
Right. And there's so many people, man. You're not going to have somebody sneak up behind you around the tree and go bang bang. Like they have to be some superhero kind of shit, to spawn right there or something. Like it doesn't usually happen because you have all these people from your
you got
team.
at least 15, 20 people with you each. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I
Right.
get it.
Exactly. Yeah. So, oh yeah. Yeah, you won't usually have that. That's the now the indoor field that we've been to with these guys down in Columbia, South Carolina. I love their rule. Their indoor field was really small. Their FPS, they had a FPS limit of 400, which is pretty high. 400
Mm-hmm.
FPS,
And that's indoors, yeah.
yeah, 400 FPS across the board, doesn't matter, whatever, and no MED, no minimum engagement. You didn't have to call bang bang. You could come around the corner of a wall and just blast somebody in the back of the fucking head. Like that is, and everyone knew that going there, which is why I think the, in for indoor stuff, you shouldn't have a rule for, if you set a FPS or a dual limit on the indoor field, doesn't matter. Like that,
Mm-hmm.
that's a standard across the board. You can shoot somebody point blank. Um, if they don't want to get shot in the back of the head, wear a fucking hat or something that covers the back of your head.
You know what I'm saying? Get a helmet.
I mean, don't cry when somebody shoots you and say, "Oh, you were so close, you should have called bang bang." Fuck your bang bang, bro. Like just you come around, like you're in the mode of shooting,
You know what I'm saying?
in the
Like
heat
I'm
of the
coming
moment.
around the corner, like I'm my feet, like my hands, just like they said, like just so sensitive. So anything I see, I'm gonna shoot. Right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's so. I was talking with somebody recently about that thing, like the MED thing. I understand the sniper stuff, like in a mil sim environment. You're not going
Mm-hmm.
to come up to somebody and shoot them point blank in the face. I get it. But on the other hand, I think if somebody doesn't want, if they know the rules, if everyone knows the rules, like, hey, know that you could be shot in your cheek at 500 FPS or whatever at 20 feet. If so, knowing that, do you want to wear a full face protection or don't?
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you. But if you get a fucking BB stuck in your cheek, that's on you. I'm just saying,
mm-hmm.
you know,
That's it.
like cover your body parts if you don't want to get shot there.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking about getting me a cup.
I know. I
That's
was
what I'm
talking to somebody.
scared
They said the
about.
worst place I got shot was a grenade. It landed right between my legs and blew up and hit my dick.
Oh,
Oh no shit, dude.
oh.
Oh
I'm
yeah, and
telling
that was
you,
uh that was outdoor field, but it was like speed QB, and it was a shorter field. And
yeah.
but yeah, it was funny. I said, "Oh, yeah,
I know that
yeah."
stung like more than like just hurt, but like just stung like.
He goes, "No, bro, I'm like traumatized for grenades." He goes, "I can't be around grenades." He said, "I'll get them, I'll throw them, but if I see somebody throwing at me, I'd run."
What?
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna get some grenades for the Milson event. Like Taco was talking about getting a folk I can't get it out. But disposable grenades, quick throwables, just leave on the field.
yeah.
But I wanted to get some actual BB showers, reloadables, about like $70, I think. I want to get them for the field, and just like I feel like those just you loaded up with gas and everything. I think those some hold about almost 200 BBs in it, so it's like just you throw it, it spreads everywhere. That junk nice. I want to try to get it.
Those are nice for inside. I'm gonna tell you the problem. 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna find that grenade.
You think so?
Oh, I'm telling you, bro. It's either it falls into a gap somewhere in the building. A lot of these
You're right.
places
You're
are
right. A lot of these places are
they're
ran
run
down.
down. They're like run down, prisons and run
Mm-hmm.
down schools and factories and shit that are shut down. They don't take care of them. They're not like, and it's supposed to be looking like that, you
Yeah,
know.
no need
So
to
there's a
take that.
lot of places this thing can go under. I remember this one girl in the UK. She's like, they like, you know, she's like, oh, we love the pyro, you know, we throw this stuff. She goes, I bought this $100 grenade, and it was like a special color and all this shit. You know, she was all excited about it, but it was one of those retrievable ones, you know, where she was gonna go get it after, and in the heat of the moment, she threw it. Well, then she got shot. So then she
Ah,
couldn't walk, you
better
know,
go
because she
get
threw it
it.
kind of far. So she went back after she, you know, respawned, and she said, I went to the shipping container where I knew I threw it at, and I don't know if it rolled under it or if somebody picked it up, but she never got it back. And she's like, yeah, it's not.
I just thought about it. You're right. Too though, like somebody might pick
Yeah.
it up.
Now, if you want to use one of those like at a smaller field or something, but in a mil sim, bro,
I get
you're
you.
once you throw it, once it leaves your hand, because you're not throwing it like 10 feet. You're
Uh huh.
chucking
You
that thing
throwing
far.
it.
Like
Or
you
you
want
trying
it
to clear
away
the
from
building,
you.
so you yeah. Uh huh.
So it's a really small chance you're gonna be able to get it back and you know and use it again. So
Okay, then. So I'm gonna look
yeah,
into getting them boat ones. Then thank you. I'm
yeah,
telling
yeah.
you.
It's
I'm gonna look into getting them boat the boat disposable ones. Just throw
yeah,
it
the
in.
disposable. The EG67s, you know, all the ones that are like actual blow up ones, they're kind of expensive, but they're fun. We used a couple in our backyard when we got them. We wanted to
Right.
try them out, you know. They're fucking awesome, dude. Yeah.
Okay.
Smoke grenades too. Smoke grenades, the Enola Gays, the EG
Right.
stuff. Those smoke grenades are like the like legit like military grade. I mean, they put out some fucking smoke. I'm not kidding.
Okay. What's the website
Yeah.
called again?
The Enola Gay. So look up if you just search EG67.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see all kind of shit come up for those. The 67 I think is the actual pyro, you know, the blow up one,
Mm-hmm.
or it might be the smoke one. I can't remember, but you'll find them on there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
So
I really am hyped for this event. I
yeah.
really can't wait for it.
Well, the top thing to get for grenades, if you're going to like a mill sim, whatever, and you want to throw grenades or especially shooting grenades, is the tag in. So tag
Yeah, I
in
heard about the
rounds,
tag.
bro.
I haven't literally heard the tagging around, but I heard about it at Power Outs because they
Yep.
said every time they go out there, no tagging, no tagging. I'm like, how loud is this tagging for real? Like,
Well, it's not and it's not even that it's loud. It is so these tag-ins are like the real stock like the real steel like 40 millimeter grenades that we used in the military. They launch out of a launcher and they shoot like a fucking rocket. I'm not kidding. They shoot far as hell. And so it you know 50 feet it's like getting hit with a like a rock. If you shoot, I mean, it is. They're fucking awesome, dude. They are the most awesome grenades out there. They'll shoot a football field, easy, easy,
ooh,
end to end, and and then you know, so guys usually use them in mil sims. They'll use them to take out the vehicles that go around with
right.
the you know the machine guns and shit.
Mm-hmm.
They'll shoot them from the woods or the you know behind a tree or something or from up top like from a building. Um, and then they'll hit the because that's usually the only way you can take out a vehicle in a mil sim. You have to have an
Wait.
explosive. Yeah.
Okay.
So they'll shoot those
So
tag-ins.
is it
But
any
close
explosive
range,
or
what's that?
is it any explosives? Like, is it can it be like a,
Uh,
a grenade or it has to be a tag, something like that in that
no, it
definition?
doesn't have to be tagging. It can be there is a rule on it. I can't remember what it states, but it has to be. It can't be one of the grenades like what you're talking about, where because we have those as well. We have the
Mm-hmm.
grenades that have the little flaps that you fill it, and then the flaps fold up, and then you put a pin in
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
And so when it goes off, you know, when it hits the ground, it opens up and showers, you know, kind of like a shower grenade. But no, it has to be a. I think it has to be a some kind of explosive grenade type of thing. Um,
Hmm.
because there's other grenade launchers that shoot BBs out the end of the grenade, kind of like a shotgun.
Yeah,
It
I
doesn't
seen
actually
that,
launch the grenade; it just shoots
but
BBs out. But
uh-huh.
so it can't be something like that to take out a vehicle. It has to be something that's some kind of explosive that's thrown at the vehicle.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Just can't wait for this event, man.
Yeah, don't waste your money on the ones you're going to try to find because you'll be fucking hating
Yeah,
yourself
I'm.
after. So,
I swear.
for real. Well, I'm looking forward to it too, man. Now that I've talked with you and Taco, and you guys are so excited about going, I'm really looking forward to seeing, talking with everybody that goes, after you guys come back and see how it
Man,
is. I'd
we're
love
gonna
to
have
do
some
another
good.
podcast with you after you come back because this will be your first mil sim.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have some. I'm gonna have some good gameplay. Hopefully, I can get this Insta 360 coming soon before.
Oh shit.
So I'm gonna have some good gameplay. I'm gonna try to get the one cam for the gun. I'm trying to have this Milson event like my first official YouTube video. Is gonna be like, yeah, I want it nice because the YouTube video we got now, that's my gameplay, but it's just a little a $50 Amazon camera and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
the quality is not really up to par with it. But once I get that Insta 360, I'm gonna be able to see really everything at 360. So
Uh
it's
huh.
like you can't miss not one action, you can't miss not one view. You
Yeah.
got every view right there. I need that Insta 360.
Yeah,
I
those are
need it.
cool, man. Well, you need to. So there's a guy I talked with, a handful of people that have these, but uh, if you remember this after, look up Gibbers Plays Airsoft. So
Mm-hmm.
Gibbrs, Gibbers Plays Airsoft. He's not on Instagram. They took his Instagram down because it's
Ah,
Airsoft. Yeah, canceled his shit. But he still has a YouTube channel. He does a lot of he has a lot of experience with that Insta 360 cam, and it looks fucking awesome. He
that's
also
gonna
uses
look
a
awesome.
drone too, so he switches between both, and it looks fucking badass, bro. It's really cool.
You be using the drone for gameplay? Oh,
Yeah,
that is bad. Hey, listen now, that is
I'm
nice.
saying, dude. Yeah, it's cool.
Go down, dude.
Well, listen, Swervo, man,
God,
it's been awesome meeting you, man.
it would be awesome too. Let me go ahead and take care of this little one.
Oh, go ahead.
You had a bed. You had a bed. It was nice meeting you. I hope
Yeah,
I can. So is that Iron Dagger in South Carolina, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I hope we can stop by or something like that, have a lunch or something like that. Cause we're leaving out that Thursday, so we're gonna be there
Oh,
for some
you're
stuff.
coming out Thursday?
Yeah, we're gonna come
Oh
out,
shit.
so we should be there like Thursday night or something like that. So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
hoping that we can, get some, probably go out and get something to eat or go
Yeah.
somewhere, and we can hang out or something like
Yeah,
that.
I'll have
So,
to talk to you guys about it because maybe we can plan to meet you guys down there in
right,
that, close to that area.
right, okay,
Since you guys are gonna be there early. Fuck yeah. That'd be cool.
yes, yes, sir.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, man. Where can people find you on Instagram?
Oh yeah, GGC Swervo, man. GGC.Swervo.
Hell yeah.
You can find me
Well,
anywhere. Discord. I'm trying to get my Twitch running up from Call of Duty and stuff like that. So everything is just GGC Swervo. If anything you want to type in, just type in that. You'll find me.
awesome. Well, thank you so much, dude. It was great meeting you.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you
All
soon.
right.